Hello everyone, welcome back to Maths Help. In today's lesson, we will be going through how to find the nth term of a quadratic sequence. So let's get started. So we will start on with the question 9, 13, 19, 27 and so on. So I'll be using this question as an example to teach you the method, but of course use the next question to practice it. So the first step in a quadratic sequence is to figure out the first difference. That is simply how to go from one number to the next. So in this case, you're adding 4. Then in this case, you're adding 6. And this case you're adding 8. So this is the first difference. Now you would have to figure out the second difference, which is like this: from 4 to 6, that is plus 2. From 6 to 8, that is plus 2. So that's pretty much it. So this is the first two steps: finding the first difference, then finding the second difference. Now you need to remember 3 different equations. So 2a is equal to the second difference. So I will explain what I mean by that in a second. Then 3a plus b is equal to first difference. And finally, a plus b plus c is equal to first term. So let me explain what these 3 equations means. So we of course have to start from the 2a. So you have to start from here and work your way up. So think of it as climbing a step. You're climbing it once, then you're climbing up again. So 2a would always be equal to the first term of your second difference, which you don't need to think a lot because it's the same thing. In a quadratic sequence, the second difference or the number would be the same, because in here is plus 2 and so forth as you go along. So first step, find that. So in that case, it would be, in this case, it will be 2a is equal to 2, which means divided by 2 on both sides, a is equal to 1. So that's how you use the first equation. But now we have the second equation. Now this is where you have to be careful. You can't just randomly choose any terms in that first difference. It must be the first difference. So the first number of the first difference. So in this case, it will be 3a plus b is equal to 4. So keep in mind that you cannot choose things like 6, 8. That is not an option. It's only the first number. So in this case, it's quite weird because you don't know what a and b is. But if you think back, you just figured out a from the first equation. So what you can do here is substitute in. So I'm just going to use the color code to make it easier to understand. Plus b is equal to 4. So that would mean b is equal to 1. Perfect. Now we are moving on to the last equation, sorry. So once again, you have to be very, very careful in which term you use. A plus b plus c is equal to the first term of the sequence. It's not 13, it's not 19, it's not 27. It's the first term of the sequence. It can only be the first term. So now if I write the equation down, it's a plus b plus c is equal to 9. But once again, there's 3 unknowns, and we can't solve an equation with 3 unknowns. But if you look back, you had already figured out what a and what b is. So that means c is equal to 7. So now you have figured out a B, and C. But what does A, B, and C mean? It's just randomly 3 letters is equal to a number. What does it mean? So where it's useful is in the general form of a quadratic. So a general form of a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. But since this is an nth term question or the nth term, you will write it as an squared plus bn plus c. So always write this general form down so you can literally see that once you have found a, b, and c, all you have to do is sub those values in. So in this case, it will be 1n squared plus 1n plus 7. But here's the thing, we don't really like 1n squared and 1n, so we rewrite it as n squared plus n plus 7. And that's it. You just found the nth term of this quadratic sequence. So the key part of this method is remembering the 3 equations. You must fully remember these 3 and the order in which you have to use them. Make sure you fully remember that. So please make a note of this and maybe practice it with the next question. And I, of course, will do this question with you so that you guys can remember it. So let me rub this out. So the second question we have is -5, 0, 9, 2, 2, then dot, dot, dot. Of course, find the first difference, +5, +9, +13, +4, +4. Before you do anything, that's your first step. Find the first difference and the second difference. Now, if you remember back, 2a is equal to 4, 3a plus b is equal to +5, and a plus b plus c is equal to -5. So you have 3 equations to solve. So let's solve that. 2a is equal to 4, therefore a is equal to 2, since you divide by 2 on both sides. 3a plus b is equal to 5, but you already know what a is, which is 2, which means b is equal to -1. And finally, we have a plus b plus c is equal to -5. We know that a is 2, b is -1, plus c is equal to -5, which means c is equal to -6. Next step, write down the general form, an squared plus bn plus c, and then sub in the values of a, b, and c, and you should get 2n squared minus n minus 6, and that's it. So you have solved the question. Of course, if you need practice, keep on practicing until you get it, or if you are doubtful of the topic, please feel free to just rewind and watch the first and second example again. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully it was helpful for everyone. If you have any questions at all, please comment below. I'll be happy to answer any questions at all. And of course, that's it for today. See you next time. With a small thank you.